This is Inside the League with James Groh on the Global Sports Network. The team that wins the All-Star Game, the National League or the American League, whoever wins that, the team from that respective league gets home field advantage in the World Series regardless of their record. So essentially, a team can get home field advantage from a pointless game. It's the All-Star Game. Nobody plays hard. It's like saying that should happen in the NBA Finals. Are you kidding me? No, the NBA Finals are just an offensive showcase, and that's what we like. We don't want it to be a competitive game. It doesn't need to be a competitive game. You know, and what are these players playing for anyways? Some of their teams aren't even going to get into the World Series, so what's their incentive to play hard? So what, a team from their own league can play in the World Series? Players don't really have that kind of league ties that where they don't feel like they have to, be stuck to one league. Oh, I'm an American leaguer for life. I'm a national leaguer for life. People are traded all the time, or it's like saying, oh, we should take the Pro Bowl in the NFL, put it in the middle of the season, and then have whoever wins that get home field advantage and just, screw having a host city. No, it should be whoever has the best record because they earned it. That's how it happens in every single sport. You earn home field advantage. The best record gets it. Simple as that. Having it be decided by a meaningless game that no players really care about and half the players aren't even going to experience the World Series, less than half. I mean, most of those players aren't going to get to the World Series. So what are they playing for? Yeah, I get it that MLB's trying to make it an exciting game and make it fun for people to watch, but that's not the point of the All-Star Game. The All-Star Game is supposed to be fun for the fans. It's all for the fans. I want to see a bunch of home runs. I want to see some crazy plays. I want to see Bartolo Colon hit another home run. I want to see Johnny Cueto bat. I don't want him to be just pitching. That's boring. Have some fun. Have fun for the fans and let the players have some fun too. Because, damn, they play 162 games a season. You can let them have one game where they can just goof off the entire time. I'm okay with that. So now I think this brings up the question, where does Cristiano Ronaldo fall in terms of history? Because in the end, greatness is measured by championships, and you can win all the domestic cups you want. You can win all the You can win all the domestic cups. You can win your FA Cup or your Copa del Rey, and you can even win Champions League. Champions League's pretty big too, but nothing compares to international trophies. It's the international accolades that really set apart the best from the greatest. I feel like there's not much room in between those two. That's semantics. But you understand what I'm saying. That when you look in history, it's the people who are collecting silverware on the international level. So this brings me to my point. Messi or Ronaldo? Well, you have both of them playing in international tournaments at the same time, and Ronaldo came out on top. So I think this kind of helps Ronaldo's case of saying he's better than Messi. Ronaldo doesn't even have as good of a squad around him as I think Messi does. Messi's got much better players supporting him. We got some people saying Messi. Here's a quick stat comparing the two. Ronaldo's got 548 goals. Messi's got 535 goals up to this point in their careers, both international and for their clubs. Ronaldo's won 3 Ballon d'Ors. Messi has won 5. Cristiano Ronaldo has only won the Champions League twice. Messi has won 4 times. Most surprisingly is Ronaldo's only won La Liga once. Messi has won 8 times. And then the big one, Ronaldo's got the Euro Championship, and Messi does not. I think history measures players by their international trophies. What do I think? I mean, I'm of the school of thought that Messi's the better player. But at the same time, he wasn't able to deliver. And sure, it's there's 11 people on the field, so it's not just Messi. He's got to have some help from his supporting cast. But it's tough. It's tough. The Warriors would have gone down as the greatest basketball team ever to play if they had won the championship and beaten the Cavs. But they didn't. Messi's yet to do that. He's had 4 chances to win an international trophy. 4 chances, and he's come up short 4 times. And we saw how frustrated he was when after the Copa America, he up and quit like that. He quit so fast, his goalie didn't even know he was retiring. His players didn't even know. And a second before we get to the Bay Area Sports Roundup, 2 quick little sports tidbits I found right before starting this. The armed forces, all the armed forces schools, so Navy, Army, and Air Force, have adopted a rule to allow players to be eligible for playing professionally and not serve the mandatory 24 months immediately upon graduating. Now, they still have to serve their time for their country, but it doesn't have to be immediately after college. They can now pursue a professional sport. This was sparked after Keenan Reynolds, the Navy quarterback, broke a bunch of records at Navy and was drafted in the 5th round. And he actually had a lot of support from Navy officials at the school saying, "Hey, let's get this guy some type of exemption from this rule because he could be something special." So now players at Navy, Army, and Air Force allowed to pursue their professional sports dreams as well as still serve their country. I think this opens up the door actually for a lot of these colleges because, before, if you have any hopes to play pro, you're not going to go to Navy, Army, or Air Force because you have to, hold off that dream for once you graduate. Or after 2 months, or after 2 years after you graduate. But now, some of these schools can, say, "Hey, look, this is our program." It's better for recruiting, is what I'm trying to say. You can highlight yourself as a sports school now, not just as these military academies, and possibly get more students. Now, that is to say, though, that these schools shouldn't be, touting their athletic prowess over everybody because they're not Alabama, they're not USC, and they're not Auburn, and that's not what they're supposed to be. And the student body is much different than those type of players or those type of schools. So I think it's good for these schools that now they're allowing these kids to pursue their professional sports careers and dreams, while still, staying true to their commitment that they made that, they have to serve 2 years. Would I do that? I don't know, but I'm not in that position. I don't have to make that decision. And then also, English strongman Eddie Hall. He broke the world deadlift record, which he previously had. He deadlifted 1,102 pounds. And if you guys saw the video, man, that guy was working. That is so much weight. Wow, that was really incredible to see him lift that. And after he did it, he just kind of collapsed. Not immediately. He kind of took a second, kind of the adrenaline wore off, and he said, "Whoa, I just lifted 1,102 pounds." And he just kind of collapsed afterwards. But now for the Bay Area Sports Roundup. Let's talk about the Golden State Warriors and the biggest headline from them in this offseason so far, or the second biggest, I should say, thus far. It's not Kevin Durant signing, and it's none of their draft picks. It's not Damian Jones. It's not Patrick McCall. It's not signing David West or that, Steven Jackson might try out. It's Draymond Green was arrested at 2 a.m. in East Lansing, Michigan, Monday morning for the assault of another male. Reports are unsure as to whether it was a punch or a slap, but reports are pretty sure that there was only one punch/slap thrown in the entire altercation. This is Inside the League with James Groh on the Global Sports Network.